Hello and welcome, dear Taurus, to this, what is this? What are we doing? This is your self-love reading for the month of September. Yay! Self-love! Let's find out from the Sacred Rebels Oracle what this particular reading is focusing on. Wow, okay. One more shuffle. Let's see what they got. Okay. And we have, she feels, she knows. So, though this is a very feminine feeling energy, I feel like this is a little bit of a wounded warrior situation. And also, I'm feeling a little bit like this is an energy of depleted energy. This is a very, to me, very abundant and passionate card, and it feels like you're in a position of being sort of on the other end of a battle. And I'm not going to lie, this speaks a little bit, to abuse, physical abuse, could be domestic violence, could be, I don't know, some other kind of physical violence, but, this is that energy of taking that moment and, it's a very, like I said, stoic energy, but, or rather stoic position, but the energy is that of really feeling and understanding the position that you are in right now. So let's take a little bit more, let's dig a little bit deeper, I should say. I'm going to be using the shadow and light kind of spread. So on one side, we're going to be asking the Sun and Moon Tarot for a little bit more clarification in terms of what the situation is, what are the energies around you, Taurus, right now, regarding this situation, and then we'll check in with the Smith-Waite deck for the light side. I love these two decks together, they're awesome. And then we'll try to get some guidance there from them. So let's find out what is going on in this particular situation with Taurus. Okay. With Taurus, thank you. We have the Judgment card just popped out. And this is the universe calling you to your higher self, right? You are being called to step into this look at the, first of all, the angel's naked, but also the people that the angel is calling to, they're naked as well, and they're reaching up, and they are unashamed of who they are. So you are being called to this energy, or this is the energy that you feel that you are in right now, and that this is not an easy space to be in. Obviously, it's a very vulnerable position to be in when you are being called by Spirit to, align with your higher self, right? And So you also have the Seven of Pentacles pop out. So this is telling me a little bit that you are kind of in this maze that you created, because you're actually trying to figure your way out of the situation. In this deck, the Seven of Pentacles is, it's like this card is called failure. But to me, this is, about you feel like you're spinning your wheels, you are, working very hard at this situation that you feel trapped in. And you are trying to draw a map to, the way out, basically. But yeah, so there's definitely this deep sense of failure happening here. Let's find out a little bit more about this. This Judgment card and the Failure card, and now we have the Hierophant. So let's see. Hierophant is Major Arcana, and so is the Judgment card. So, the things that you are wrestling with right now are actually, lifelong sorts of like ideas. Okay, this is not just something that happened yesterday, or something you're planning a week from now. No, these are sort of long-term thoughts and struggles that, or rather, ideas that, and beliefs and values that are something that you kind of wrestle with over a lifetime. And also this speaks to working, perhaps not just in one lifetime, but perhaps many lifetimes. So just keep that in mind. So the Hierophant here, the Hierophant is sort of like conventional wisdom. It's the knowledge it's learned knowledge, so it's what you can attain by, going to school, for example. It's also, information that you learn through experience. It's also information that you can seek out and learn by through other people, right? So the Hierophant is often seen as someone that you go to for advice, or could be someone who could be a therapist, for example, someone who is knowledgeable in an area or has expertise in an area that that you would either pay them or go to them for information. So you are definitely, it could be that you could be in college. This could be, someone who is like a professor that you're learning from. It could be, I'm also getting here, a leader in like your church, for example, pastor or other spiritual leader that you feel close to, that you can trust. But yeah, so you are seeking knowledge here, and to help you with this particular situation. So, being called to align with your higher self and just feeling really stuck, perhaps. But looking, it feels like you're really doing the hard work and trying to discover and learn and find out more about how you, like I said, align your life with who it is that you are. And, maybe to move past this feeling of vulnerability and just feeling beat up in the world. So let's check in with the Smith-Waite deck and see if there is any advice, and indeed there is. Lots of advice. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords pop out with the Ten of Swords. So I feel like we're going a little bit backwards there, but I feel like the Ten of Swords is clarifying the Ace of Swords. You also have the High Priestess pop out. So another major arcana card. Let's see if they have any other guidance or advice for Taurus regarding this situation. Any other advice? Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay. Any other advice here for Taurus? Okay, this makes a lot of sense with the High Priestess here. Ooh, King of Swords. Wow, lots of swords here on this side. So on that side, I mean, you have major arcana for sure. You do have another major arcana card on this side with the High Priestess and the Moon together. This is a lot about trusting your intuition and feeling the pull of it, because your intuition is really your guide, right? It's really the voice of, I mean, this sounds this sounds really deep, but that's what these readings are about, these self-love readings. But intuition is really the voice of your soul, and it's pulling you in a direction. And these major arcana cards here are really speaking to that. What I'm getting from this is very sweet. I love it. What I'm getting from the Ace of Swords here, clarified, like I said, again by the well, let's just have a look here. So you have the Ace of Swords, and right behind it was the Ten of Swords. To me, what I'm getting from this is that you are, you're feeling pinned down, and you are really at a point where you're ready for a new beginning, okay? And you're pinned down in terms of your thoughts, okay? This is really about sort of your mental state. You're feeling exhausted, you're feeling finished, done, and you're ready to move past this and have a new beginning. And, here with the Ace of Swords, this is also you seeking clarity, okay? So whatever it is that you were, whatever the situation is that had you spinning your wheels and really working super hard but not feeling like you were getting anywhere, it could be that, you just have been, you've been looking for answers. That's very clear with the Hierophant on this side. But what they're saying is that the way that you have been thinking, or the thoughts, your past thoughts very specifically, it's time to let go, because they are the ones that have been keeping you stuck and keeping you in this dark place. So the universe is offering you a brand new beginning, and this is one of, mental clarity if you are able to let go of these past ruminations, if that makes sense. So the other advice that popped out, which very, very clearly, you have the High Priestess and the Moon. Now, these aren't clarifying each other, but they certainly have this is a great relationship going on here. So the Hierophant, I mean, again, it's a feminine energy, but this is not about gender. This is just about the energy of the cards and how they're depicted. But the High Priestess is one who trusts herself, trusts her knowledge, trusts her point of view, is not swayed. She sits right in the middle of, some two extremes here. You've got a dark pillar and a light pillar. And she also sits in front of this doorway that leads to greater mysteries, okay? And, it's like behind this veil. So the Hierophant deals with, the kind of the material realm, like the world, the material world that we're living in, the physical world. And the High Priestess is more about knowledge of what's behind this veil, that this life that we're living in. So you're being invited very clearly to trust your intuition. That's really what the High Priestess is about. What you know is valid, and this confirms it, right? And you are encouraged to trust yourself, and let that intuition lead you in the direction that you need to go. So the Moon card also speaks about what's hidden, the things that are kind of half in light, half in shadow. So there's not a lot of clarity, but with the Moon, that intuition it's a very strong pulling, force, energy that can help you to connect with your intuition, is what I'm picking up from the Moon card in this particular reading here. And then some other cards popped out down here. I just want to talk about those briefly. We have the King of Swords. Now, this could be somebody in your life, or this could be you. I'm picking up strongly that two things. One, that you are being invited to be in this King of Swords energy, where you don't take any BS. You see things very clearly and are able to make quick decisions because you are confident in your knowledge, confident in your wisdom, and confident in your ability to make like confident in your judgment, I think. Just making those judgments and decisions, and based on your past experience, and then based on your intuition, like based on the knowledge, your internal experience isn't the right word, but knowledge, really. It's taking your experience and what you've learned and turning it into wisdom. So that's one thing. And then the second thing was this little Page of Cups popped out. So the other piece that I'm getting is that you are being invited. I mean, this could be somebody in your life. It could be a child. It could be someone who is a novice or feels inexperienced or feels intimidated approaching you with an offer of love. But what I'm getting with these two cards, actually, especially since this is the King of Swords, and you have a new beginning here in the Ace of Swords, that that kind of moment of clarity, or a new idea, or just a new way of thinking. And I feel like this is you, this is the energy you're being invited to step into, this King of Swords, to really own it, but also to have a youthful and kind of a beginner mindset, and to do this, step into your power, but in a very loving way. And this might make a difference when it comes to your relationships. Okay, so let's pull one other card here, and this is going to be your Spirit Animal Oracle, and this is just to get maybe one more piece of advice about this particular situation to help you as you move forward. Okay, Hummingbird Spirit. This is a beautiful spirit, especially given the very serious nature of this particular card that you have, and this energy that you're working with. So Hummingbird Spirit says, be here now. So to me, this is, the confirmation that even though you may be feeling very much the wounded warrior, and the temptation is to try to move out of being in the present, being in the now, and into thinking about something else or dreaming about something else. You are being guided to remain in the now, and to work through these thoughts that you've had, to let the past go into the past, and to allow it to make room, essentially, in the now for what is coming in towards you. And it certainly looks like I said, you have this new beginning that the universe is about to offer, and you just need to let go of those past thoughts in order to be successful, and also trusting yourself, and that intuition, that knowledge, stepping into your power, but doing so in a loving way. All right, Taurus, this has been a very beautiful reading. I hope this resonated with you. I look forward to seeing you again next week when we focus on your love readings. All right, light and love to you. Good night.